Welcome to the Full Moon Film Buff, episode 144. We're going to talk about Kibakichi 2 from 2004. I watched this on YouTube, and I had not seen this before. As always, we start with the prominent crew and cast. You can find links to a more complete credit list in the show notes. This film was directed by Daiji Hattori, written by Baku Kamiyo. I could find little information about Daiji Hattori, and this is Baku Kamiyo's only credit. The cast includes Ryuji Harada as Kibakichi, Miki Tanaka as Anju Yutaka, Aimi Nakamura as Omatsu, and Masakatsu Funaki as Sakura Maru. We first covered Ryuji Harada and Miki Tanaka when we discussed the original Kibakichi. I could find very little about Aimi Nakamura in English. Masakatsu Funaki is a big deal in Japanese professional wrestling and mixed martial arts. On top of that, he regularly appeared in lower budget action movies. That's about all I could discover, but I'm sure there's a lot more about him. Now, while the first film possessed a simple charm, this sequel falls short, like a lot of sequels, in both interest and entertainment value. A major issue was the poorly developed villains. We don't even learn Dugan's name until 2/3 through the movie, and the two backup antagonists remain essentially nameless. The film might have been better structured as a deeper three-way conflict between Kibakichi, Anju, and Sakura, though this approach might have sacrificed the motivation for Kibakichi's eventual super wolf transformation. Additionally, the action suffers from battles that are clearly staged on barren sound stages rather than actual locations. And disappointingly, we see less Kibakichi in his wolf form. One improvement, however, was Omatsu's portrayal as the chief's love interest. That was better. So let's cover this synopsis quickly. A giant bandit massacres villagers and guards. Kibakichi walks along the beach, all alone in the world. We recap that the government wants to eradicate the yokai. Kibakichi and the bandit face off in a duel. Kibakichi is wounded, but not killed. He rescues a pretty blind woman named Amatsu from wild dogs. She nurses him back to health. She apologizes for the other villagers' poor reception of him. They fear Sakura Muru, the bandit. Kibakichi returns to finish Sakura off when Anju Yutaka shows up from the first movie to complete her vengeance. She still blames him for the destruction of their village. Kibakichi is forced to flee the pair. He can't face them both. Three mysterious villains decide to make Kibakichi their next victim. Sakura is smitten by Anju and vows to help her kill Kibakichi, even though she does not want his help. She tells him that she will kill Kibakichi, and then she's going to kill herself. She is a civilizing influence on the bandit. Next, Kibakichi is found by a Buddhist monk who advises him on how to control his inner beast. Anju tries to give Sakura the slip, only to be attacked by minions of the mysterious three. The bandit shows up and helps her drive off her foes, the villain's scheme. Omatsu worries about Kibakichi. She has some astute observations about why Kibakichi is so antisocial. Sakura asks a very good question about why it's okay for Anju to kill Kibakichi, but it's not okay for him to kill anyone. The villainous three prey on some villagers. They try to force Omatsu to betray Kibakichi, but she refuses. So they hang her by her feet, pull her teeth, and slit her throat. Whoa! The hero observes the aftermath of the carnage in the village and the fate of Omatsu, and, well, now he's on the warpath. Everyone thinks Sakura was the murderer. Even the Buddhist monk is now encouraging Kibakichi to take Sakura out. We find out that Sakura is a half-breed. A white man raped his mother. This is why he's a giant. Oh, get it. Okay, the villainous three frame Sakura for the attack, so Kibakichi would fight him since they think Sakura can kill the Wolfman. They give him supernatural powers to help and promise him Anju if he wins. The female villain tries to keep Anju from interfering in this very nifty plan. The wolf woman wins pretty handily, though. With her dying breath, the villainess, who we never find her name, reveals that she and the others are under the mental control of the Dugan. Sakura and Kibakichi engage in another sword duel. Anju shows up and begs them to stop and face the true threat, Dugan. Kibakichi realizes Dugan tortured Omatsu. He wolfs out and tears through the minions to get to Dugan, with the help of Anju and Sakura. Dugan transforms into a small kaiju with a glowing crystal horn coming out of his head. Anju removes the power inhibitor from around Kibakichi's neck. What? He had a power inhibitor, allowing him to reach new heights of badassery. Sakura is severely wounded protecting Anju. Kaiju Dugan blasts magic missiles all over the battlefield, none of which stop Kibakichi from reaching him and landing the killing blow. A mortally wounded Sakura tries to fight Kibakichi, reasoning that if he can stop Anju from killing the Wolfman, she won't also kill herself. Of course, Kibakichi wins this fight. A dying Sakura confesses his feelings for Anju. She wolfs out, and we get a werewolf battle royale that looks more like a dance than a fight with all the cherry blossoms falling around them. The fight ends with a martial arts pose against the full moon. Kibakichi wins and wonders where his soul is heading. Working with what was clearly a limited budget, the filmmakers created some impressively detailed practical monster suits and makeup. Kibakichi's transformation is still done through old school editing tricks and practical makeup, giving it that classic werewolf movie feel. What makes these effects special isn't their perfection. They're clunky and obvious, but the sheer creativity and craftsmanship that goes into them. This is monster making done with passion rather than computers. As far as werewolf lore, the only new crumb of werewolf lore is the power inhibitor that Kibakichi wears. Unfortunately, it's never explained at all. I wanted to know more. So if you like lycanthropes, like, share, and subscribe. Contribute your thoughts and additional observations in the comments below. Let me know what I missed or what you noticed. Next, I plan on catching up with Hard Rock Nightmare from 1988. Keep your eye on the moon, a silver bullet in the chamber, and we'll see you back next episode.